Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. They bring Lexie Carver back from the dead, which, let's be honest, we were all begging for since 2012, and now they are telling us she is going to die again. And not just someday, but right now, during the week of July 27 to 31. I mean, what is the actual point of resurrecting a beloved legacy character just to put her family through the exact same agonizing grief a second time? I am so frustrated with EJ DiMera right now. I could scream, but wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just break down exactly what is happening, because this is a massive, heartbreaking mess. So we are heading into the week of July 27, and we are getting this incredibly beautiful, tear-jerking vow renewal between Abe and Lexie. And you just know when a soap gives you a perfectly happy moment, tragedy is literally waiting in the next room. Sure enough, right after they renew their vows, Lexie collapses. Just completely drops. And the sheer panic on Abe and Theo's faces, it is gut-wrenching. Tyler Joseph Andrews and James Reynolds are acting their hearts out in these scenes, and it is destroying me. You can see the exact moment their entire world shatters all over again. They have spent the last few weeks thinking they got their miracle, that their family was whole again, and now the floor is falling out from under them. Lexie is incredibly weak, and she knows what is happening. She knows the Versavix drug is failing because Dr. Rolf already found out the resurrected lab rat died again. But here's the part that really shatters my heart into a million pieces. Lexie doesn't even want to go to University Hospital. She knows her time is running out, and her first instinct is to sneak away. She wants to run off and die with only her sister, Kristen, by her side. Can we talk about this for a second? Lexie Carver, one of the most selfless women in Salem history, is trying to spare her husband and son the agony of watching her slip away again. She remembers how it destroyed them in 2012 when she died of that brain tumor from the DiMera tunnel gases. She cannot bear to put them through that deathbed vigil a second time. But of course, she is too weak. Abe and Theo catch her trying to hide, and they go into full-blown panic mode. They rush her to the hospital against her initial wishes, and I think Lexie finally realizes she can't escape this. She can't run from her fate, and she can't hide her deterioration from the two men who love her most. And that brings us to the devastating truth. Abe and Theo finally learn that Lexie is dying again. The secret is out. The miracle cure wasn't a cure at all, it was just a temporary band-aid, a cruel trick played by science. Imagine being Abe Carver in this moment. You mourned your wife for over a decade. You finally moved on, built a life with Paulina, and then boom, your true love is back. You rearrange your entire life, you break Paulina's heart to be with Lexie, and now you are told she is going to die anyway. It is just a staggering level of cruelty from the writers. I know some people are loving this high-stakes medical drama, but personally, I feel like it is just torturing the Carver family for ratings. The emotional weight of this is so heavy, and watching Theo process that he is losing his mother again after finally getting her back is just too much to handle. So naturally, all of this heartbreak instantly turns into blinding, explosive rage directed right at EJ DiMera. And honestly, he deserves every ounce of it. Abe is going to absolutely lose his mind on EJ. We are talking about Abe kicking EJ out of Lexie's hospital room, screaming at him for playing God. EJ has been strutting around Salem, wearing Stefano's ring, acting like he is the absolute master of the universe. He brought Lexie back to prove he could, to validate his twisted DiMera pharmaceutical experiments. And when it started failing, he hit it. He covered it up! Abe is furious, and Theo is furious, and they're holding EJ completely accountable for this failure. And you know what EJ does? He defends himself. He arrogantly claims he did it for the good of the DiMera family. I mean, the absolute audacity of this man. He is literally watching his sister die because of his own hubris. and he still thinks he is the hero of the story. Okay, back to the point. The rage is completely justified, but then something even more heartbreaking happens. The anger burns out, and the desperation sets in. Because at the end of the day, Abe and Theo don't care about punishing EJ right now. They just want Lexie to live. So we are going to see this incredibly painful pivot where Abe and Theo turn back to EJ and literally beg him for a solution. They ask him if there is any way to stop what is happening to Lexie. It is so hard to watch Abe Carver, a man of such immense pride and integrity, reduced to begging a DiMera for a miracle. Their desperation is so deep that they are willing to accept any crazy mad science solution EJ can come up with, as long as it keeps Lexie breathing. They are clinging to the tiniest shred of hope, and it just shows how deep their love for her truly is. Because EJ is EJ, and he refuses to accept defeat. He scrambles. He immediately calls Dr. Wilhelm Rolf. Yes, the mad scientist himself is being summoned to perform another miracle. The spoilers for next week say that Dr. Rolf is going to try to concoct a third dose of the serum to save Lexie. A third dose. Remember when they tried this kind of experimental last-minute serum tweaking with Will Horton? Or with Stefan? Yeah, didn't work smoothly then either. Rolf is going to be mixing up Versavix and God knows what else in that creepy underground lab, trying to beat the clock before Lexie's organs shut down completely. It is a race against time, and EJ is putting all his chips on Rolf's crazy genius. But we all know Rolf's serums come with massive, terrifying side effects. The last time Rolf tweaked a formula, we had people turning into maniacs or losing their memories. I mean, the man is brilliant, but his track record is absolutely terrifying. So the million-dollar question is, will this third dose actually be the miracle that saves Lexie Carver? I am so torn on this. Part of me is screaming, yes, please let it work, because I cannot emotionally handle watching Abe bury her again. But the logical, longtime soap fan in me is dreading the outcome. If this third dose works, what is the catch? Is she going to wake up with no memory of Abe and Theo? Is she going to have a complete personality transplant and turn into a ruthless DiMera villain like Kristen? Or worse, is the third dose going to fail completely and we are just prolonging her agonizing death? The suspense is literally killing me. I kind of want to believe that EJ and Rolf can pull a rabbit out of a hat, but the track record for DiMera science is notoriously unstable. I am terrified that this third dose is going to do more harm than good, and Lexie is going to suffer even more. I'm sorry, but I just had to get all of this out of my system. I have been emotionally invested in Abe and Lexie's love story for years, and seeing them put through this ringer is just exhausting. I am definitely going to be glued to my screen during the July 27 to 31 episodes, but I am keeping a whole box of tissues right next to me. I want to know what you guys think, though. Are you here for this high-stakes medical drama, or are you dreading another Lexie death scene just as much as I am? Do you think Dr. Rolf's third dose is going to be the miracle they need, or is EJ just making things infinitely worse? Drop your thoughts, your theories, and your rants below, because I definitely need to share this anxiety with people who actually get it. Salem is about to explode, and we are all just bracing for impact.